we should go to Kerry O'Brien. I've got a few ideas for a new show. One of them would be Kitty Cats with Hex.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know Goose has a little baby kitten?
Yeah, it's called Lando. It's so cute.
Aw, of course now Goose has fleas, but anyway, few racing games manage to hit the sweet spot between arcade and simulation. Grid 2 does it perfectly.
The first Grid game came out in 2009 and is considered by many to be one of the greatest racing games of the decade. Grid pioneered a rewind feature to save you from wrong turns or crashing, which is now very common in racing games.
The single-player campaign is set around a New World racing series which merges different styles of racing together in one big event. The aim is to find a superstar racer, which is you. As you progress through the game, you'll go around the world gathering fans and picking up sponsors and other interested racing championships. The events are tied together nicely with this idea, I thought, Barjo, and I have to say, with a lot less cheese than I was expecting.
It's such a good-looking game, isn't it, guys? On console and especially on PC. Oh, there's no frame rate issues, the smoke is beautiful, the reflections in the bonnets on the car. It's good. It's a good-looking game.
Part of the reason the developers have been able to make this game look much better than the last one is the removal of cockpit view. They were able to track what is known as telemetry data. This just means that they know what kind of views the gamers are using, and only 5% of them used cockpit view on the first game. By my calculations, the game is better for this removal.
As you progress through the campaign, you'll take part in standard races, point-to-point races, and also drift events. Although I did find those overtake events to be pretty tough. I think the AI was cheating.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't an essential part of the game to progress, but they were a bit too tough, I thought. It almost felt broken.
Yeah.
Were you both avoiding hitting all the walls?
Yeah.
And were you overtaking cars fast enough to chain the multiplier?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Were you both just a little rubbish at it?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I thought as much. Well, I would like to point out to the Spawnlings that this is a very difficult game, even on medium. And if you're struggling, there are a few ways you can help get through. Firstly, you can drop the difficulty down, of course, but you can also turn off car damage. If your car gets hit too hard, say on your left front side, you can damage your wheel and the car will pull slightly to the left. My best advice is to use your rewinds sparingly, only if you spin out or have a fatal crash. Then you can save one or two of them for when you want to take a risk and try for a sneaky overtake.
Yeah, this is what I love about this game. I mean, it makes you take more risks because you have the safety net of that rewind feature and you really test your skills.
Yeah, and that's the core of this game, really, isn't it? It makes you want to be a better driver and gives you the opportunity to do so. I just love the drift mechanics too. It's one step more complicated than, say, the drifting in a recent Need for Speed game, so you really have to think about it.
I'm also happy to report that it now has split screen, which was sadly missing from the first game. Oh, and the online features have also had an overhaul, so now there are plenty of modes and even tracks that change as you play them.
Yeah, and that's not really a new thing, but I like that it's there, and it makes it more about being a better driver than knowing the track.
Plus, now you can tell if a racer is prone to collisions or is an aggressive driver by a specific marking that's above their vehicle. This is a fantastic idea, I thought.
You've been getting a reputation for your aggressive starts. It's not what we want.
Well, this is a superb racer with lots of challenge, but also teaches you to be a better driver. I'm giving it 9, you guys.
I'm giving it 9.5. I loved it.